because it is quite a natural piece of masterpiece when I show you. It's pretty cool. We've got Bass Rock looming there out in the distance, and she is so close you can almost touch her and get out of it. This is my bridge to nowhere. Hello, and we are out and about. This is a bit of a strange video, not going to be the best photographic video, so if you're looking for some really interesting photographing tips, hints and advice, this is not the one for you. I'm still on my little trip around Scotland, but I'm heading south now, and I'm heading around the east coast, somewhere where I haven't really been before, and I've come to this little harbour town. I was going to park up down the end, but it's just really hard to park, so we've come up to this top area, and there's a load of parking for all sorts of vehicles up here, especially the old motorhome area. So yeah, this is one for noting down for a very much of a future. Just round this corner, literally just round this corner, is Bass Rock, and that's why I thought I'd just pull up. I'm going to have a walk up onto the hillside. I want to try and just take a simple photograph of Bass Rock. All I've got is my camera in a small pouch. I'm not taking all my gear up there because, like I say, this isn't going to be about taking photographs. This is going to be taking about a few record shots. Like I say, I want to have a look at Bass Rock from up there. It's a place I'm definitely wanted to come back to, or I'm going to come back to. And I'm heading down the coast. There's a few little locations I'm going to pop off, just a quick pop off, stop off, drop off, and just go and get a few little record shots, because the sky is not brilliant. It's midday coming up, and yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of a recce on the way down. So I've just come over the hill. We've got a golf course here, and I'm parked just over the other side there. And I didn't notice that before, actually. I drove around it, but I didn't realise it was behind me until I looked back. But there's like this little lump of something just sticking up in the top. Really weird. I'll put the what 3 words to where I am and the name of the place. But yeah, Bass Rock is just there now. You can see it over the top of this big dune sort of thing. I'm just going to make my way down to the beach and have a look, because I'm marking this one on my map as a potential coming back to. I might spend some time up in this area, because there's a few locations, like I say, I'm going to take you down and show you. And it's not an area I would normally come to, because from Scotland I would drive straight down the motorway to get home, and coming up to like Northumberland, this is too far out to go for like a, you know, the extra weekend or the extra few miles. So yeah, it's an area I wouldn't normally see and do, but by getting the extra couple of days off of work, I'm managing to have a bit of a scope and a recce and a look round, and I kind of want to take you with me, even though I know it's not that interesting for some of you guys that want all the perfect photography hints and tips. Down on the beach, looking good, potentially a really good beach for like a sunrise, because you've got all these lines and stripes coming across it. So yeah, definitely one to be noted. I'm going to walk up round as well and get a closer look at Bass Rock, but here's a couple of pictures just to give you a taster of what's there. No birds, wrong time of the year. Right, so I've got a little sidetracked. I'm just shooting the waves because the waves are mental right down in front of me now. I've got an island that's in the background, and I've got this little pocket that's sending the waves right up in the air with a little tiny island behind it. Yeah, I think I managed to get it. So I'm sidetracked. Can't help it when you see a few waves crashing against the rocks. It looks pretty awesome. Give you the exact location for this if I can, but this is a brilliant little archway, potentially fantastic for a photograph. Oh, big wave coming. See what this does. Look at this archway down in front of me down here. Look at that. Imagine the light coming through and getting the little island in the background. That has got a lot of potential for something pretty spectacular, and I haven't got my tripod and bits with me to take it, but the waves are quite interesting anyway. But yeah, I'll get my phone out and get a what 3 words for this arch right here. So I've managed to get 1 or 2 photographs, holding it handheld. I think image stabilizers really helped me. Very conscious about getting cut off on this little valley, because you've got water coming up through this gap here where the little sea arch is, and it's creeping up quite a lot, and you've got water coming in behind me here, and once it breaches this gap I've got to go over the slippery rocks, so I don't fancy doing that. As it is, I've got to walk through this little puddle patch. Right, I'm back on dry land. But that is beautiful location for the future. Like I say, I've managed to try and get a handheld shot, but typical, I've come out with no memory cards, no batteries backup or anything. I've left it in the van thinking I'm not doing a lot, and my memory card's full, so I've just deleted half a dozen photographs. Not advisable. This may only be potentially what I was thinking about doing, like a little mini vlog of some locations, but wow, we are getting some pretty stunning sort of stuff set up for images here. You've got this beautiful, beautiful line coming through here, leading you over to Bass Rock, and this lovely coastline here as well, which is also sort of picturesque, what a word is that? Setting up Bass Rock as lovely lead-ins. I'm really quite impressed with this place. Yeah, definitely one for the list for coming back to and spending some time on. 100%, really nice. In fact, I think I'm going to come back when the birds are all in season. So that's going to be what? March, April, May? Maybe I'll come back up here for Easter. Sounds like a really good plan. A long weekend up in this area. Watch this space. Not often I go to a place that I really like, but I'm just absolutely loving all these rock formations and all these pools and these little chunk of rock that's here, and you've got bits leading out to islands and things. It's better than just looking straight out to the sea. This place has definitely got a lot going for it. Just a quick one of a quick long scale photograph, because I'm not paying to go in, but Tintagel Castle. So if we can shoot it over the wall, I'm going to, but I'm definitely not going in and paying to look at no castle, because I'm just not into that. So they wanted me to pay £7.50 to get in to see the castle, and they'd situated the gatehouse just so you couldn't see the castle. If you look over there, I've got a perfect photograph, castle and Bass Rock, all by driving around and using a little bit of my ingenuity to get myself in a location and a situation where I could just about see across and get it. I parked up on the main road, I managed to get one up there, but coming down this lane, which is where I'm heading anyway, amazing photograph. Heading to the next little spot. I'm hoping I can park down this lane. If I can, we're going to have a look at a really unique little bit of feature in the landscape. Ooh, she should be a good one. Just making my way down this lane, and I managed to get me picture of me Bass Rock, like I just said. So I'm just trying to get down to this car park. I'm hoping we can park down, and we're not going to have to pay some stupid amount of money to park your vehicle, because it does wind me up when they want ridiculous amounts just for an hour's parking. But yeah, if we get down there, we've got a beautiful little location I want to show you. Oh my god, yeah, we've got barriers and all sorts down here. Let's have a little look. Traffic only. Yeah, okay, we can keep going. I think private traffic only, no access to beach. I'll keep going, I'll see what happens. I'm on the beach. Look at this, I'm on the beach, I'm on the sand, and I'm making my way over to this, what I'm potentially think is over here on the rocks. We've got Bass Rock looming there out in the distance, and she is so close you can almost touch her. She's definitely a good rock, and like I say, coming back up here at Easter, there should be a lot of birds around over Easter. So yeah, it could be quite interesting, but I'm hoping I can see another photographer over there, so I'm assuming he's standing looking at what I think I am, and I think I can just about make out the edge to where I need to be stood. So the camera is actually on the tripod and I'm trying to get a bit of movement in the water. That's what I'm actually looking at, see if I can get a little bit of movement with Bass Rock out in the background, because she's lit up. Bass Rock is lit up really, really brightly by the bright sunlight. So I want a bit of water now to come up right close to me, and then just to get those streaks out. And I've put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've put the 6 stop on, just to give me that, bring me down to about 0.2.5 seconds, or 2.5 or whatever it is. I never understand what the numbers are sometimes. 0.25 of a second, I think that's what it is. And it's just giving me enough, I think, to get some movement, but I'm just not getting the wave coming up close enough now to give me that complete licking of water. But I am heading over there, and I think I need to get over there before the tide gets too high. But yeah, it looks good. Bass Rock looks really good the way it's lit up. So yeah, potentially quite a good shot. Here comes another bit of a wave, see if it comes in. It's a good little beach though, it's definitely a good little beach. There's also a cross out there on a marker point. There's like a little reef out there or something, a ridge, and there's a cross on a little tower right out in the distance. So that will probably be a good long lens, sort of long exposure shot. But I'm going to concentrate on this one I've come to see, because it is quite a natural piece of masterpiece when I show you. It's pretty cool. I found it on the map. But the rocks again here, look really good for potential sunrise shots. They really are pretty awesome. What to bear in mind, I'm just making my way across this beachy bit that looks a bit damp, and I think this is a tidal cut-off point, so I'm going to have to be very aware. Maybe right up next to the edge of the rocks I could get back, but where we are now, this is definitely a tidal cut-off. The tide's going to come in here and cut me off from getting back to the beach, and all I've got to play with then are rocks. So I've got to bear this one in mind, but I've got to get over and get this shot first. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get cut off. The water's coming in now up that side, and there's a gap between the two where the tide joins. This is what I've come to see though. Look at this little harbour cut into the rocks. I need to get a picture of this now quite quickly with the castle behind it, and then definitely get back to safety. Right, I've got it. I've got myself in a position now where I can actually get the wide angle lens on and get this little mini harbour that's been carved into this rock. We've got a little bit of movement in the water, and I'm very conscious of what's going on behind me. I think we've still got a few minutes left before we get cut off. I really don't want to be getting cut off and getting my feet completely drenched in salt water. But yeah, I've got this harbour, I've got this winch, there's a little lad. It's great. It's a great little thing, really cool. I really like this. And the castle in the background just sets it all off. And I've even got some little yellow stuff down in the bottom here, a little bit of lichen, a little bit of algae that's just giving us that little bit of colour and texture to the rock in front of me. Yeah, but this is so cool. Very impressed. Got the polarizer on, which is making the water very dark in there, which is quite nice. Yeah, well, I like this. I'm going to take one now without the 6 stop on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, without the 6 stop on. But yeah, no, really good. Really, yeah, I'm pleased. I'm happy. I actually think we're getting cut off now where those people are. There's a little bit there that's starting to join, so I need to get back, I think. The water's running up this ridge line right in front of me, and you can see here the water's coming up this line, running right up there and joining with the tide coming in this side. So yeah, we are going to get cut off really quickly, so I'm going to have to get out of here. But this is really cool. Just look at this little harbour here, absolutely amazing. There's a little doorway entrance thing that looked like it potentially had a board in there once upon a time to hold the water maybe, and you got this winch. It's amazing. And then the castle up there on the top there, how cool is that? And you've got some amazing lines here all going on, but I just don't seem to have the time. I'd rather have the tide going out than coming in. It scares me coming in because it is definitely creeping up behind me. It's getting deeper and deeper. I'm gonna have to go. Back up on dry land, as you can see. I'm back up on the top and you've got Bass Rock out there in the distance. I've just had the long lens out and I've just taken a couple of photographs of Bass Rock as close as I possibly can get with the 300mm lens on, and I'm going to try and stitch it together as a little bit of a panoramic. It won't be a pano when it's finished, it'll be like a 16:9 probably, but I've got in as close as I can because there is actually quite a lot of birds still on the island, and the light was on it just now, and I've just been watching the surfers down here in the water, and believe it or not, I've just been in there. This is why I'm actually got my hat on and everything. I'm actually trying to keep myself warm now. I've just been and had a bit of a dip in there, and it's cold. I'm not going to lie, it's definitely cold, but my God, I feel good now. I feel really, really good. The island where I was now is definitely an island. It's surrounded in water, so yeah, good job I come back up because you definitely would have got cut off. But what a fantastic little place this is. What a lovely little beach. And again, potentially one I'll be coming back to because I do like that little thing out there. It's just loads of things to photograph down here. But yeah, that water, oof, I feel good. I feel really good. Oh, I'm back in my van. Oh, take me hat off. Right, my next location is, where are we? 18 minutes, about 20 minutes away. Going to be there for about 4 o'clock. High tides any time around now, so the tide's going to start dropping off. I think perfect for this situation, so let's get going. So this is one of them locations where I've seen this place hundreds of times on internet, photographs and stuff like that, and I'm actually parked right next to this location now, and I'm like, I'm so underwhelmed, it's untrue. But the tide's in anyway, so yeah, I've got potential for a nice long exposure shot. I'm going to take it, never had it, not been here before, first time ever, and I'm just shocked how close it is to the car. So I'm going to get this shot and I'll show you outside, but I'm on double yellow line, so I'm going to leave the van, very 5 minutes, take a photograph and then get out of here. This really is one of them very quick shots because I can't leave my car where it is. The tide's lapping around underneath my feet, so yeah, I'm just literally going to take this shot and get out of it. This is my bridge to nowhere. Just sits in the middle of the water, and potentially that's all it does. So let's put the old 10 stopper on there, wind up the exposure, and let's see if we can make one simply long exposure of this. This bridge. Well, that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Come and take pretty much 1 or 2 photographs of this bridge just to say I've got it. I do need to move the vehicle though because I'm parked in a place I shouldn't be parked in. So I'll just have a quick snap on my phone just to show that I've been here, and that will do me because this bridge is just impressive, but not impressive, if you know what I mean. It's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. So it was quite an interesting little location, wasn't it, that bridge? Never been there before, and I'd wanted to go there for a long time. So I took several exposures while I was there. I took something at a normal sort of level, a normal sort of height, if you like, but it was given the horizon line was catching the edge of the bridge, or the bottom of the bridge, and it wasn't quite that good. So I thought I wanted to get lower to get the horizon line below the bridge. So I managed to shoot that okay. And then on the way back to the van, when I checked, because there was a council van there, I thought I'd better go and have a quick look and see what she was doing. So I scouted it and went back, and then I went back and taken another photograph, and I took one from a higher level, basically trying to get the Bass Rock in the background as well, you know, adding something else to the actual sort of minimalistic image. So it was a long exposure. I haven't done a long exposure for a long time. It's just a 10 stop, slapped it on there, give it 30 seconds, and away I went. Happy with that. That'll do me. Because I'm on a mission, because I'm on a travelling, I've got to go down coast, and I'm running out of time. So I'm going to potentially call the video here. I'm going to end it here. I was going to head to a shipwreck, but I've just been down to the parking. It's a long walk. The sun's going down. It's going to be dark and miserable by the time I get there, so it's not worth me doing. I don't know what the tide's actually like until I get there, and like I say, having a 30-40 minute walk when the sun's going down and not knowing what you're going to get potentially wasn't worth it. So I'm heading down the coast now, and I don't quite know where I'm going to go. I'm heading back into England now, so yeah, saying goodbye to Scotland. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up. It means a lot to me, it really does. And also check out my Patreon. I've been posting stuff on my Patreon page for ages, and just keep putting things on, letting people know where I am and stuff like that. And sometimes I might put on some little secret locations, little points of places that I've found potential interest. So yeah, you know, you get a little bit of something. And the support is grateful. So yeah, I'm waffling, gotta go. Ciao for now, see you soon, and yeah, thanks again for sticking with me. Ta-da.